Hello everyone. So my problem statement is placement cell web application. So here let's us move on to see the problem statement. Here we need to maintain the database of all the student interviews along with the following details such as batch, student details, course, core detail, interviews along with their results. So let's move on to the folder structure. Here we in the this is the main index.js file where we are using various npm libraries such as Express, Morgan, Path as well, and we are using SAS middleware. SAS middleware is used to convert the pre-processed file, take the pre-processed file and store it in the normal CSS. It will help in optimizing our code and run the code faster. So we are using assets folder to store all the static files such as CSS, images, JS and SCSS. Then there is one folder called config, which consists of environment.js, which consists of all the credentials of the user along with the production logs. This is the log directory which stores the request log from the browsers. Then there is one middleware, which is the custom middleware which takes the request from the flash messages and store it in the locals of the response. Then there is one mongoose.js file which consists of the database connection code. Then there is we have uses three passport strategy. One is passport local strategy to locally authenticate the user. Another is GitHub OAuth strategy to authenticate the user via Google, and one is passport GitHub strategy to authenticate the user via GitHub. Then there is one models folder which consists of all the schemas of the interview result, score, student and user. Then let's move on to the routes. In the routes, there is one index.js file, which is the main index.js file, which consists of all the subroutes such as students, interview, jobs, and CSV. There are these are the interviews route, students routes, CSV routes, and jobs routes. And this is the users route, which consists of profile route, update, sign in, sign up, create user, sign up user, sign in user, sign out user, and authenticate user via Google and GitHub. So these are the routes folder. Then views folder is used to render the various EJS pages, and there is the controller to access the particular action to be performed from the interview, students, jobs, home, CSV as well as users. So this is the controller part. Then let's move on to the Gulp file. Here in the Gulp file, what we are doing is Gulp is used to compress the asset folder and uh, add hash to the CSS JS file and images, and reference the CSS and JS. Gulp is used to compress the files of the assets and send it to the browser, which helps in making our code run faster. So this is all the folder structure part. Let's move on to run our project. So we can run it in production as well as in development. Let's run it in production mode. So here the connection has been established. Let's go on to the placement cell website. Here we can log in via Google as well as GitHub. Let's log in via GitHub. Here we are login via Google. So here you are able to see the flash message as login successfully. This is the carousel I have used in the home page. So this is our home page. In order to move to the profile of the user, this is the profile page, and in order to update it, we will update the name of the user, and in order to add the profile pic, we will use this one, and in order to update it, we will click on update. So here the profile has been updated successfully. Let's go back. So we have gone to back to the home page. Let's add the student. In order to add student, we will need to add the details. Let's add all the details of the student first. So here this student has been added successfully. So let's see whether it is added or not. Yes, here this student has been added successfully. Let's add another student. Here we have added the scores as well. Let's add the student. Here the student has been added successfully. Let's see the list of students. So here we have added two students. In order to view the details, we can click on view button. Here we are able to see that these are the student details. In order to edit it, we click on edit button. Let's edit the student name and edit his course as well. So update student will update the student, and here we get one flash message as well. So here we are able to see the updated details of the student. Let's move on to the list of students. Here we are able to see the updated details as well. Let's move on to list of interviews. Here we haven't yet added any interview, so let's add one interview. So here we have added another interview. So we are able to see the Google as an interview. In order to schedule interview, we will click on schedule interview button, and here we have added one student to the interview slot. Here we have added another student to an interview slot. Here we have added two students for the Google interview. In order to update the result, we will click on update button. So here are the details of the students that has been updated. So let's move on to see the list all details. Here we are able to see the two students that has been listed. So let's download the report first. So we are able to see the two student details along with the interview date as well as interview result. So first of all, let's move to list of interviews, and in order to delete a particular student from the interview slot, we will click on delete button. It will delete the student. Let's move on to list of interviews, and in order to delete the interview slot, we will click on delete interview slot. It will delete the interview slot. In order to see the list of student, we have two student. Let's delete one student. So here we have deleted one student successfully. In order to go to the external jobs portal, we will click on external job portal link, and it will fetch the details of the placement placement job openings from the external job API. In order to apply, it will redirect it to the jobs website. So this is the overall project. I hope you like it. Thank you.